Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. You know, there's a multitude of things that I'd like to talk about, but I'm in attack mode. So when I approach those things, it's going to sound like it. So I had to come up with something a little less vitriolic. Okay. You know, who leads America? Who's in control right now? Who really is in control? It's falling apart, and everyone acts as though it's not falling apart, and no one is responsible. They don't even speak on the fact that it's falling apart. Not the mainstream media or legacy media, not cable news. They act as though it's not even there. It's falling apart. The politics of it all is even in disarray. You've already experienced violence, political violence. And in the midst of all this, there's absolutely no leadership whatsoever. No one's no one is telling the American people anything. You don't even understand the economic system in which you live in, let alone the free market principles which they say guide it, or set the parameters, or the boundaries. I can safely say you have no representation as an American. Absolutely none. Absolutely. Absolutely. And black people is double scored. They have absolutely no representation whatsoever. But they never have. I never thought that I would reach a place where the average American has none either. Where other powers have gained so much authority that they now control this country's policy, both on a domestic level and on a geopolitical level, to the point of war. The last 5 wars have been at the behest of someone else. They started drawing this shit up on a map in the 90s and did not rest until they had caused wars in each of these countries. And each time they found a reason, made up a reason, created a false narrative, and went forth and made war and killed tens of thousands using your money and your know-how. You are weird people. Weird. And I've never seen you so sheepish. This is the most sheepish generation of America that I've ever witnessed. You just gonna go down the tube with them, huh? You gonna just let them do it, huh? Just sit back as the ranks of of the impoverished and the homeless grow. You just sit back and take it as you have to work 2, 3 jobs and you still can't pay your bill. Sit back and take it as they drive you into despair, depression, misery, and more suffering. And they're telling you that this is what they're gonna do in your face. The corporation is totally disengaged or disconnected from the population at large. You went from having national companies to international corporations to now they run you. They bought the government. But how did it all start? It all started with corporations wanting larger market share. They looked out there and they seen all of those people spending money with each other, and foreign countries. And they looked out there and they said, hey, Mr. Government, it is unfair that we be beholden to the American people or the American market. There is an international market. And once they did that, everything else has been fucked. Now they'll even feed you fake food and don't feel the need to even label it as such. But then you have a problem with my energy. But my energy came a long ways to correct some bullshit. A lot of it. If it doesn't work, you all die. Understand this. If it don't work, you all die. Plain and simple. You know, you don't understand the type of destruction that has been set here. When God says that not one blade of grass survives, he means that. When he says that no two bricks will be found standing upon each other, that's not just him being cliche-ish and speaking out of anger. No, that shit been spoken. Of all your buildings built out of brick, there won't be no two bricks standing upon the other. That that is some hell of a destruction. Yeah, we play this game. Anyway, who leads you? Who leads you? And where you going? They're not only not now, hold on. The government is not creating jobs, and the corporations are not creating jobs. But what were they saying just a couple of months ago? There ain't enough jobs. Now, now they're not making jobs. They're telling you we're going to bring you AI and robots, and it's going to do the jobs, and we're going to give you a universal high income. That shit is so funny to me. A universal high income. It's not even doable. What you gonna give? I mean, everybody. I mean, if say the cost of living is $5,000 a month, you gonna give everybody $59.99? I mean, $69.99. I mean, what is this high disposable income? I mean, you disposable mean that I'm gonna want to buy stuff, and if I can't own no property, then what's the point? You ain't even got to the I mean to the market principles that's going to be brought to bear on none of this shit. In fact, for it to work, there can't even be money. It's going to be plastic, cars, even using money with being out of shape and render unworkable their very idea. So I guarantee you money has to go. And in fact, it's gonna go. It's going to go. Trust me on that. There's no other way to make happen what they want to happen. And many of you are gonna take the mark of the beast. Many of you already have. But that's for next week or something. The point of the question is who's leading you and where? And where? We already know, I mean, where us black folks are going. I mean, they're charting a new path. Our leadership has been standing in the same spot for 65 years, maybe even 70, just standing there. Just standing there. We don't know, how they even eating. I mean, they just appear with nice cars and fancy clothes and millionaire status and smiles and made up from the hither to the dither. Some of them even smell good. But that's our understanding and that's our issue. But not to the rest of America. Who the hell's leading you? Who's leading you? Who's putting forth your issues, like housing, or the unaffordability thereof, or the stagnant wages, are the falling wages, are the unfair competition, not just from goods and services and their products, but due to migration. This got nothing to do with the migrants. No, this comes with bad fucking policy out of bad people's head. It's not got nothing to do with them. No, this is just you got bad managers. You not no. That's not the issue. Those in charge, those with money, don't like you. They could never live like you, work as hard as you, stay as strong as you, okay? And they look out there and they hate you for that. Now, they delude themselves into believing it's something else. They think that our money gives us the right. No, you out to harm at this point. And what is your government doing? Acting like they're bought the fuck off. Acting like rich people get to do whatever they want to in this country. Well, what say you? You should be outraged. At the very least, you should be outraged. Okay? And just in case you don't know how to get this, Black history is American history. There's no history, unless it's a lie, in this country without Black history in it. Period. Black history is American history. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Are you outraged? And does your outrage have an expiration date? Calm yourselves and think about that. Because one thing I noticed about this country, it has a fucking attention span all of 5 minutes. It moved from, if you survive 2 news cycles, I don't care how bad it is. And some of it they be trying to outright hide. They're running through the news cycle so fucking fast and you never see it again. Okay? So are you outraged? Are you outraged? Look at your legacy media. I mean, they're all in on it. You are up against an entire structure meant to harm you. Period. End of discussion. The truth of the matter is, they don't even see you as human. If I'm just being straight with you, they see you as something akin to cattle. This is out their own mouths. That sometimes they talk to the wrong people. They can get confused. They see you as cattle. And you won't even see them as as the neglectful farmer. As they starving you and they poisoning you, making it where you can't even live. I'm going to tell you again, it's going to be 2 classes of people, maybe 3. Those who are impoverished, those who work for the government, and the rich. That's it. I guarantee you this. The government is the only place as I speak that a livable wage is being paid. Okay? You live like in Houston. This is a $3,000 a month economy. Most people trying to survive on $1,300, $1,500 a month, $1,600, $1,700 a month. And they know it. So what does it cause? Despair. Competition for resources. Competition for opportunities, jobs. And then you start to look at each other as a competitor. But really, you are just a rat in the rat race. You didn't make the field. You didn't design the maze. You don't know any of these other rats. And they don't know you. They just know move forward. Move forward in the race. Keep running. Just keep running. And at the end, all of the rats die. None of the rats go free. None of them. In fact, they sometimes euthanize them. That's a nice word for murder them. They murder the rats. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, I ask you again, who leads you? Who is in charge here? What do you see wrong with this picture? It's like they're all blind. It's like they're all blind. They, as I speak, they ignore the biggest thing happening in the world like it's not there. We're just going to act like it's not there. We're not going to do anything different. I mean, we're just not going to do that. We're just, hey man, who's leading you? And down what path? Do you know how dangerous the path is? You didn't make the path. They're making the path and don't know where the hell it goes. They just lay in concrete, sort of like they keep laying concrete now, making anything that want to really hurt them with water 50% easier. I can just cut the rainfall down by at least 30% and achieve the same result. Why? Because in the morning they'll be dumping what? More concrete. Concrete don't absorb water, and they think that they can move the water as fast as we can dump it. Now, nothing ever made has ever been able to, but yet here they are. Leadership is something, ain't it? Just got to fulfill them contracts. Got to get her done. Got to get that money spent and out the door. They're a bunch of thieves. It is so obvious. They're a bunch of con artists and thieves and wood. Man, listen here. Take my word for it. Nobody's leading you. No one can lead you. And that's the beautiful thing about it. No one can lead you right now. Nobody. They're all afraid of you. They've all messed up. They're waiting on the other shoe to drop. You got the Epstein files just released. Wars, rumors of wars. The breakings of every rule on the international stage. The support of open warfare against women and children. We got it, I mean, in real time on video. Like, they don't even see the evident. I mean, you have an evidentiary problem. We've seen it in real time. Now, they'll sit back and try to convince you that you didn't see it. And if you did see it, you're looking at it objectively when you should be looking at it subjectively, and you'll see that we were not killing babies, we were killing Hamas members. And I guess that the baby of a Hamas member, at worst case scenario, is also a Hamas member. So that's the new standard. Would anybody like to play the game with me by that fucking standard? Anybody? Raise their hands. Don't go around setting standards, because don't nobody love your ass like you. Don't go setting standards that you can't live by, because nobody love you like you. And I said a long ass time ago, if you allow your hatred for me to outweigh or overrun your love for yourself, then you already fucked. You already lost this game. You have already lost the game. If you're going to be in this game, you must have love for self, first and foremost, no matter what team you are on. So if you hate me more than you love you, you already dead. It's just a matter of fucking time. You already out of here, driven by your rage, driven by your hate, driven by other types of isms brought out by emotional states, which is all of that is a lie. Every word I just said is a lie. And there is no isms, there is no emotional states, there's none of that shit. It's just a bunch of dead ass spirits running their ass around thinking that they acting like humans would be acting, at any given time in any given situation, and somebody ought to write my ass a check for giving this knowledge away free. Just like there are no curses, then there are nothing else. But back to outrage and why your outrage is important. Somebody need to be sending my ass a check. I mean, why is people so tight-fisted when it comes to giving me money? Damn it. People get tight-fisted. A fistful of bills. I see them pass by and with their fists balled up. At first I thought it was some, mano a mano shit. No, that's them clutching dollar bills that they don't want me to see. They don't want me to see the dollars. For the feel of I'ma feel like, why ain't you giving me some of the dollars? And they notice how, I'm gonna feel. They would just rather not feel how they already know that I'm gonna feel. Cause they gonna feel how I feel, then they gonna feel guilty and feel some kind of way and throw everything out fucking balance. I'm just saying for the type of knowledge that I be given for free, I should be getting at least a free lunch every now and then. Don't buy me no goddamn cigarettes. I'm gonna take that personally as if you trying to kill me. Don't offer me. Want me to buy you a pack of cigarettes? Oh, really? I see you want to play. No, I'll buy my own. Thank you. It's easy enough for me to finance my own death on the installment plan. It ain't but $8.95 a shot. I'll get there soon enough, sir. He trying to help me out, like he have a. Now, here's what you can buy me. Here's what you can buy me. Since you're interested in me smoking, they got them packs of gum at Walmart that cost about $75 a box. Give me one of them. They call them Nicorettes. Yeah, they cost about $75.99. Give me one of them. On a play. Anyway, outrage. What happens during your outrage? Apparently, in America, absolutely nothing. But let me hip you to something. Since your outrage seems to have an expiration date, your outrage seems to have an expiration date. Your outrage seems to have a set acceptable limit as to how much you are willing to accept in terms of misery and suffering and pain before you get to the next level, which you will never make it there. Because they're smart. They're smart. They give you low-level doses in small increments over time. But anyway, back to your outrage, and your outrage in its obvious expiration date. You do know what happens this time when your outrage expires, right? Can anybody guess what happens when your outrage expires this time, as it have so many other times, and so many other situations, and your outrage just dissipated? And everybody got to go along with their lives. What happens either when it doesn't dissipate, and it will, if history holds true, it will. But what happens when it does expire this time? Well, let me just tell you what's going to happen when your outrage expires. Everything dies. This time, yes, sir, when your outrage expires and you just submit yourself and you succumb to the evil forces around you, and then everything dies. Everything dies. Okay? I want you to think about that just a minute. The moment that your outrage dies, so does everything else. Your hopes, your dreams, your future, your plans, what's left of your love for each other, it's all gone in a blink of an eye. And what's left? Not much. and it won't be there long because it'll be set for destruction, and it'll be at your hands. And I can assure you, I won't think twice, because the only good evil for me is dead evil. Okay, you've seen how I treat evil spirits. I overpower them. I go where they at. I make a mockery of them, like they can work up all that energy in the dark. Sit your stupid ass down. You go scare mankind. You scare them with that stupid shit. Me, us, source, yeah, not so much. They're as much. They have as much heft as a man would or a woman would, from our perspective. Running their ass around here, they're trying to cause fear and take over bodies. Cause fear, take over bodies. Cause fear, take over bodies. Give it a damn rest. Damn, can you just ever, maybe extend an invitation? Maybe an RSVP, or is it VOP? At any rate, when your outrage die, everything else dies too. So you might want to stay mad. Stay mad. I heard a young Asian man he sent me this message. And he said that my enemies are the only one that truly know me. Wow. They watch your every move. They know your patterns, at least they think they do. Your favorite food, where you're leaving, where you're going next, who you're going to see. That is some kind of intelligence gathering operation. I must say, he's right. They know me better than even if I had a close friend or if I had a close lover, than even they would. My enemies are intimate. Intimate. Borderline obsessed. Borderline obsessed. They put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of hatred, but that part is just speculation on the truth of the matter. No, it's just spirits driving them. Spirits driving them. There isn't a man alive that is my enemy. There isn't a woman alive that is my enemy. No, what is my enemy is what dwells within them. And that which dwells within them know that I know that is there. They know. So we play this game of hide and seek with them having an understanding that for now there is a man's penalty for doing to you what I would like to do to get you out of there, which is very bad stuff. Very bad stuff. I believe that if I put that body through enough stress, you gonna willfully get the fuck up out of there. Now that's just my own personal theory. That's my own personal theory. But the point of all of this is, outside of the outrage, which you really should be outraged. And once you outrage, stay that way. Don't expect for your outrage to change them. Foreign outrage, what I call foreign outrage, is outrage that's not actionable. You're like there's a song, despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. That be you. It'll just consume you like it has them. It has consumed them. Their positions have consumed them. There's nowhere for them to go. I used to have this idea or this explanation that I would tell others. I say, it's funny. The answer to everything, the key that would unlock the very chains are just outside of the reach of their hands. and they can't reach it ever. I mean, imagine this torture because they've been bound by the chains of their own sin. In other words, they can never do the right goddamn thing, and they gonna need help to get out of that. They can't do the right thing. And please understand this here. I'm not saying this as a mercy to that person or the spiritual realm. They cannot in no way do the right thing. Only the most roguish of the roguish can do that. And they are out there. I've seen demons, boy. It was demons who gave up the truth. More listen, some of the shit that we involved in right now, it was the demons themselves came to me and told me, okay, let me set this up for you. I received a phone call. This is in 2019 or 18 rather. I received a phone call. On the other side of the phone is someone who's saying, we got to talk. We'll talk. No, man, I need to come and talk to you. Now, this is not somebody who you want to take lightly. This is someone that you really want to be on the right side with and play straight. Because I promise you, if you don't, he's going to hurt you. Ain't no way out of that. It's because he's fucking demonic. But anyway, I get this phone call. We need to talk. Okay, meet me at the house. What you doing? Man, hungry. Oh, all right then. I'm gonna pick up some Taco Bell or something, and a couple of 6-pack and a sack, and I'm on my way out there. So we talking. We just chewing the rag, and he says to me, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Ready for what?" To talk. And I'm like, "We are talking." And he say, "Nah, man, we finna really talk." He looked at the ground for perhaps 30 or 40 seconds, and when he raised up, he was not there anymore. He was gone, and they began to tell me things. Oh, they began to, and not, oh boy, they did y'all bad. They began to tell me things and make me see things that you would rather that I would not have ever known or seen. Okay? And their motivation was strange. Was very strange. And I don't think I asked them why, but they let me know it clearly that we walk with demons. That's how they put it. We walk with the demons. And it wasn't one, it was at least 3. And they were getting frustrated because they have to play by rules. You know, they were telling me things like, and getting very frustrated with it. We want to tell you things, but we can't. We can, and then they let out a moan of frustration because they want to tell me. They want to tell me, but they just can't. The point is, apparently even some of the demons are in the employ of the God Almighty. Okay? There is no way that Satan would have sent them to me. No, something drove them to me, and they don't like other demons. They don't. They may get down in their own way with the immoral shit, but for some strange reason, they seemed to operate in the realm of I'm going to interrupt, stymie, or stop the plans set forth or kept secret by their own benefactor, the devil. And this shit is real. This shit is real, okay? realer than I ever thought. Realer than I ever thought. Man, you guys don't know what you're into. You are in over your head. You're in over your head. Not because you can't change it. And what am I saying? No, you can't. You need help. This one is above your pay grade. It's like I said a few days ago. The nation has been overtaken by a darkness. Man, a lot happened in 2008, 18, and 19, but it began in 2012 and it got even more busier in 2015. But by 2018, what you could not see was so bad, I found horrifying. Horrifying. I could show you the two different worlds now if I didn't want to freak people out. I mean, there are, listen, two worlds. One of the worlds, how much time I got here? One world is what you would refer to as the spiritual realm. I don't call it that. They do. But this world is more than that. It's built in the exact, think of a mirror image of the world you're in. Think of a mirror image of the world you're in right now. Okay? Except in that other image, there's no one there. All of the buildings are there, all of the parked cars, all the trees, but you're not going to find any life. Any life. Now, why won't you find any life? Let's go a little bit further. What if there was multiple realms, multiple worlds? God said there are worlds. He made many worlds. What if there are multiple worlds and the worlds in them are like the pages in a book, but no one of these pages can ever be aware of the page in the front or the page in back. Therefore, they exist as a singularity. But what happens if one realm have figured out a way to seep into the realm behind it, like spiritual realm, dead people figuring out how to not stay dead, but to stay in a realm that's not really real either. It's neither living or dead. That's why when the death walk in, I be the last man standing. And I'd be like, thank you, death, because they was harassing the shit out of me. I'm glad you showed up. Will you run their asses off? Thank you. And leave. You scare me a little bit. You the last. Go over there. Angel or not. Well, you go over there. You be looking anyway. Anyway. Remember, folks, there is no curses, ain't no hexes. No, those are all made possible by spirits. The spirits want the practitioners to believe in these things for a reason. It's like a binding, it's like a binding substance, a binding material from the flesh to the spiritual realm. The human believes in the ritual. The ritual itself don't call forth shit. It's already there waiting on you to do the ritual so it can act like you called it forth. It's all a big ass game. It's all one big ass game. And as for us, the seeing and source, we are so tired of playing peekaboo. It's hide to seek and peekaboo. And that's what's driving a lot of the anger also. We're done. No more hiding. No more peekaboo. No more hide and seek. You are where you are. You are in a reality that you should not be. Come to grips with it. Humans and Man, everything have issues coming to grips with reality. You listen here, man. Do I have to be harsh on you? Do I have to be harsh? I don't have to be harsh, huh? Because being harsh would include me saying things like, now look, we both know that you're not that person. Have you slipped so deep that you think that you can become that person literally in the flesh? Are you that slow? Did you die slow? Did your classmates die slow? What era are you from? Because you can't be very sophisticated to believe such antics. Like you can be very sophisticated to believe that the idea of everlasting life is to go from body to body to body as you run from death. What kind of everlasting life is that shit anyway? But that's how it is. Because Satan has sold them on the idea that he has his own version of everlasting life that has brought them to this point where there ain't no more everlasting life. You're at the end of it now. The end of it. And what has been gained? Pretty much nothing. But I tell you what has been gained in an effort to aggravate. Man, I can't even believe that you've done what you did. But the mercy is you you did what you did without the proper belief because your arrogance would not let you see what's already there. It wouldn't let you see it. It would not let you see it. Now, I would hold it that you realize the gravity of it and how you have set in motion a chain of events that won't be easily undone. Not at all. You have work to do. And while I won't put no time limit on it, but decisions have been made. It's either or. It's either or. Okay? It cannot stand. Of course, if you were to think deeply enough and honestly enough, you would see why it can't stand. It can't stand. That would be an abomination in God's eyes, a abomination to the bloodline itself, and it won't stand. It won't stand. So you got work to do. You really do, and I wish you luck, and I wish you had just listened. You are someone, but you can't listen, and the devil doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't care. And while you face the music, guess what? Here's the one thing about both the spirits and the demons and the devils. You know that you face shit by yourself, right? They leave you there in a lurch. They leave you in a lurch. They're never there where the rubber hits the road. Ever. Not ever. Not where the rubber meets the road at. Not where the choices of life and death are made. Oh, hell no. Especially the one that their man know. They leave. And whatever repercussions or judgments that they have created using your body and your mind and your hands, it's all yours. From the police to the God Almighty, they leave you there by yourself. Ask any fool sitting in the back of the squad car after doing some stupid shit as the flashing lights reflect off the other glass around him and the other fucking cars as he's sitting in the back seat after doing some stupid shit all by his motherfucking self. He ain't as mad as he was when he did it. He ain't that mad no more. Shit's starting to sink in, and they are gone. The spirits that made you do it, made you say it, and carried the day, them some bitches gone. Ain't nothing left there but you in the back of that squad car, but you in the flesh. They're not going to jail with you. They're not going to the grave with you. They're not going to be prosecuted with you. They're not going to have a gunfight with you. They ain't going to do none of that shit. None of it. Hear me well. They're not going to do none of that shit. They're going to leave you there by yourself. Trust me. And why wouldn't they? They didn't sign up to suffer with you. They signed up to experience life, the good life, the good life. I can't stress that enough. Even in death, they are materialistic. They signed up for the good life, okay? Doing whatever they want to do. That would be the good life for them. Their definition. Get in the way of that or you resist that and they have other shit to do. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I am Source. I am Seven. I am One.